Friends, colleagues and listeners, here we are, still in Miami, closing stages, and I've got a very special guest, somebody who I consider to be a friend, also an ex-colleague, somebody who I grew to really love, not just as a person, but also as a colleague when we were working together in Qatar. The person I'm talking about is Cedric Millet, and my God, Cedric, you've got a mouthful of a title, so I'm going to go through it as best I can. President of Cargotec and also Chief Strategy Officer for the ECS Group. So well done you, mate. What a great development you've had, huh?
I followed your path, Chris. A pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for taking the time and for welcoming me, in your podcast.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. And I go back to when we first met, and you're a very clever man, Cedric. I say that without any reservation. Probably one of the cleverest I've ever worked with. And also very astute. No, but very astute, very sensitive, and you did a great job there as well. So it was no surprise to see what you've done.
Thank you, Chris.
So what I'd like to do now, I just want to ask you a little bit about your journey. What is it that excites you, or keeps the passion burning, with regards to this industry? Because a lot of people are a little bit, doomsayers and negative, but you've always been positive. What is it that keeps you going?
Well, you know me from the past, right, Chris? We met in Qatar. It was 10 years ago, I think. More than that?
More than that?
No, 12 years ago. You're absolutely right. And I'm a bit like you. I'm a transformer. I don't like to run things that are running. I get my passion, and I get enthusiastic when I can transform things.
Yeah.
And I remember one lady that I used to work with, who started many startup companies, now retired, was very successful in the air cargo industry and on the digital side. She told me, Cedric, everything that you touch, you transform and you change. That's what keeps me going. So there are so many things to change, to transform, to have impact on in that industry, and that's what keeps me going. Like you, exactly like you, actually, Chris. So
yeah, no, I love that as well. And if you can change it, if you can make people be better than they thought they could be, or something simpler or easy, or something more formal, and a lot of people will joke about it, but it does make an impact.
And the way you do it as well, I will always remember when we were in the head office of Qatar with Cargo, because that's where we met actually. Yeah. Where you always told me, the ship, you need to move it slowly. It's a huge ship that we need to change and to move, and we'll do it slowly, and eventually we will get there. And it's exactly what I'm trying to do as well. Yeah. The philosophy that I have in my professional life, in my personal life as well. And as long as you can transform things, contribute to changing the way the industry is going, that's what keeps me going actually.
No, it's good, and thank you for remembering that. I also remember a couple of things that were happening when there was inevitable outcomes because of a lack of focus on certain things. And that inevitability led to a problem. But your calmness and your structured idea, which was logical, because you can have these problems and you can turn them into a supply and demand perception to the customer. But in that period then of downtime, you can correct things. And I remember you were very calm, very structured. It made so much sense, and I've always remembered that as well. So
finding solutions to problems. Yeah, absolutely. And I actually, to transition a bit on Cargotec, sorry, to come back on the professional side, that's exactly what we're doing with Cargotec. So we're not like developing digital solutions or softwares that we are trying to sell. We're actually trying to identify, or we are identifying pain points within the industry that cargo expert people solve through technology. And that's the approach that we have actually. So.
And something I've been talking to a lot of people on, Cedric, is everybody's talking about technology, and there's so many people here at this conference who've got so many solutions, so many good sells, so many pitches. And then we've got the sort of hidden rot that's in the business now with, labour shortages, quality labour, people who are engaged, people who don't really want to come into our industry. Because it's dirty, it's out in all the weather conditions, etc. And the technology side isn't a panacea for everything.
No.
So there has to be a little bit of similar enthusiasm and focus on people as well, so that balance, allows both to support each other and make things more effective.
Absolutely, and technology is not there to replace people actually. So technology is there to help people take better decisions. However, the first step before you allow people to take better decisions through technology is to get rid of the manual work.
Yeah.
So there's a prerequisite if you want to free up, time from the resources that you're having, to automate things that are boring, time-consuming, and no added value. So technology plays a role there, and that's what everybody is seeing. I mean, that technology replaces people. No, it's not. It's actually replacing the low added value, very boring manual activities that people don't want to do anymore, and that's what's creating people not willing to come to our industry, because that's what they are seeing. So what we are doing actually is we are getting rid of that. So identify the manual work, automating the low added value, time-consuming activities, solving that.
Yep.
It's solved. People have time to focus on high added value things, equipped with digital solutions that allow them, the humans, to take better decisions, better informed decisions. And then you can finally attract people who are digital native, who want to pursue a career within air cargo, who are interested in the way the industry is going. That's exactly it. Otherwise, forget about it. Our industry will die.
Yep.
It will die from not being able to attract skilled people who want to transform our business, actually.
Yeah, no, you're right. And it also, once they come in, then they can see the excitement of the opportunities that are there. And our industry is quite a way behind many others, so we don't want people to come in and work for the industry. We want people to come in and change and develop the industry, and to get them in, that's...
No, you're absolutely right, because you're not bringing people in the industry and then they can choose a job within an airline or a forwarder or a ground handler. No, they also have the choice of going to the passenger division of an airline. They also have the choice to go and work for Amazon, for Google, for Facebook. So no, we're competing against the other industry that are much more advanced in terms of digitalization and also job interest. I mean, bloody hell, if you're bringing someone who needs to key in data the entire day, they will leave after a month, not even a month, after a week. You need to make their job interesting. That's the way you need to attract
I agree. I agree. And then it brings people in, and then hopefully they'll stay for a longer period of time. Now, as far as the strategy side of the role, I mean, that's right up your street. You love that, don't you?
I do. I mean, I like to get my hands dirty. That's how you get the essence of the pain points in the business, what the business needs, and that's how you can come up with a tactical approach or a strategic approach on how to address things and change things and influence. If you don't get your hands dirty, you're up in the ivory tower and you just look at books and then come up with a strategy that will never be implemented, you're useless for me. So it's true that I like to get my hands dirty, but I love strategy. Because strategy is like making sense of the issues that you're seeing on the ground to try to improve them. It's like when your wife is sad, you try to identify why she's sad and you're finding a solution for that. Same thing for work, actually.
Yeah, so. I'll have to work on that one. If Kathy watches this, I think she'll say, right, what have you done?
But your wife is never unhappy. That's why you don't have that issue.
That's it. Happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now, what do you see as the best opportunities that are facing us now in the next just only 2 years? Because every year changes things so quickly now. So everybody used to say 2 to 5 or 5 to, but in the next 2 years, what do you think are the biggest opportunities that are out there?
I see two actually. In terms of technology, you mean, right?
Yeah, technology. Yeah.
So making sense of data.
Yeah.
I mean, we are sitting on a gold mine of data within air cargo. We are probably using 20-30% of it. So making sense of the data that is made available already, leveraging the AI technology to make sense of that data, to bring that data to the people in a comprehensive manner so that they can take better decisions for the industry. So that's one part. The second part is leveraging AI to automate low added value things. Today, I mean, you're using ChatGPT to make a presentation. You can also use ChatGPT or AI, technology to just solve all the manual entries, double entries, triple entries in different systems. That exists as well. We shouldn't be scared about that. We should leverage that capability. So very pragmatically speaking, making a better use of data because it's available. Plug it to AI, it will make it comprehensive for you to take a better decision. You're still in control to take that decision.
Of course.
But you can have a better informed decision and then, completely getting rid of all the manual work and boring work that nobody wants to do, actually.
Yeah, no, 100%. And data-driven decision-making you're less likely to, if you steer away from it and make one from here, it doesn't always compensate. And you on an individual personal basis, what are you looking to do now yourself? What's the next big change Cedric's going to be involved in?
So you know that I've always struggled to balance my personal life and my professional life. That's been me since I was 18, or since I was 23 when I started working actually. It did change a year and a half ago, where I was lucky enough to have the most lovely partner in the world, and slowly the ship is turning towards a more balanced professional and personal life that really makes me happy. You said, happy wife, happy life. I would say happy personal life, happy professional life, and even more productive.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's a good way to end, Cedric. And I promise you, it's always, every time I see you, I always smile. Every time I see you, I'm always pleased to see you. You're a lovely fella, and it was a great pleasure meeting you and working with you. And I'm so pleased that we're still able to keep in touch. So thanks so much.
Thank you,
and
Chris.
Good luck
Likewise.
with everything. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Chris.